Hi, this is Lord Magicus, and welcome to Merfolk in Modern. Alright, well, it's time for our next league. It's Sunday. Um, Happy Father's Day to everybody out there, right? I think that's today. And yeah, so here's the deal. We're going to be playing Merfolk Joe's 75 for today. Hold on one second. Joe is actually asking about the stream right now. Yeah, so uh, yeah, unfortunately, because RCN has kind of let me down with the reliability of my internet connection. We are recording this instead of actually live streaming it, so this is just the reality we have to live with right now. But anyway, yeah, Merfolk Joe went 5-0 playing this list in Modern. I believe it was yesterday. So I told everybody I would put this to the test. We'll see how this goes, and maybe we can replicate his success. It looks like a reasonably strong list. Last time we tried Tropical Merfolk, which didn't do as well as I had hoped. It was really close. Like, every one of the matchups was definitely like on the edge of victory or loss, and just did not go our way that time. But I think Tropical is okay, but we're gonna try Mono Blue for right now. I think this might be a little bit better. One of the biggest problems that Tropical has is it's really hard to play stuff like Dismember and Tropical Merfolk, especially with the Groves now, because you hurt yourself so much with that deck. If you have to like fetch and then shock to down to, you take 3 off of that, and then you want to play Waterlogged Grove and like, tap for cast a 1-drop and then also cast Dismember, you might be at 12 life in turn 2 just from your own mana base. And that is brutal. So I am sorry, I'm bumping this table a little bit. Alright, anyway. Yeah, I like the idea of the mono blue mana base being a lot less painful, so we'll see how this goes. The biggest difference that in this list is that Harbinger of the Tides is nowhere to be found. Yeah, instead, you see there's 2 Relic of Progenitus in the main deck, and then that's accompanied by 2 more relics on the side, along with 2 Grafdigger's Cages, which I believe is just to hedge against all the Hogak decks online at the moment. The cages are okay versus Vizier Company, but it's still not amazing. It does shut down like Finale of Devastation and Post-Mortem Lunge if they're using that, but part of the problem is that Grafdigger's Cage does not really do anything versus Eladrimy's Call, which they've all been running now, so it's a little bit tough, but I think we still bring it in against that. But anyway, it gives us 6 pieces of Graveyard Hate, which means that we should be able to have a reasonable game against those decks. And having main deck relics is actually hugely beneficial against decks like Dredge, where we can have a much better chance of stealing Game 1. And if you can win Game 1 against Dredge, you've got a very good chance at winning the match. All you need to do is just have like one lucky sideboard game where you find your hate and they don't find their anti-hate. So the game 1%, it is a lot better when you have the relics there. So maybe you just randomly get lucky. Yeah, Death Shadow I don't think has been like super popular, so the lack of Harbinger it makes sense. Harbinger is really good against decks like Shadow, but right now we're fighting against decks like Bridgevine and Vizier Company, and Harbinger's not amazing against those decks. So this is where we're at. Thassa is really good at grinding against decks like Jund and Control. Just being able to scry return is amazing. It's okay versus humans, just giving yourself 5 unblockable damage, but as long as they don't have like Deputy of Detention or something, then the Thassa will be pretty good against them. Yeah, you still play with the 4 Waterlogged Groves just because it gives the deck more ability to dig through it now. 4 Spreading Seas, this is something that I'm not sure if I would want to play or not. I mean, some people have been trying like Phantasmal Images in the deck as well to like combo with Master Waves, and I think that you could probably cut one C's and maybe like these two cards and play some images or something, but Joe had success with this, so this is what we're going to go with. Yeah, sideboard's pretty simple. The other card that we haven't really talked about, Phyrexian Revoker. Yeah, so this card is really, really good, and it's very strong against Tron. It's also very strong against the Vizier deck, because you can just name Devoted Druid with it, and they cannot go off while this is on the field. It does actually shut down mana abilities, so you can even name something like Noble Hierarch or Birds of Paradise with it and try to mana screw people with it if you want. Against Tron, you can name like almost all of their huge threats against us. Walking Ballista, Karn, actually both Karns, Ugin, Oblivion Stone, and if you get the chance, you can also name Expedition Map. And it's amazing because if you get the Violin 2 and you vial in Phyrexian Revoker, once it's in play, they cannot respond to it. So if you have Violin 2 and they're waiting to crack Expedition Map till the end of your turn, and they just let you vial in the Revoker, you name the map and they have no opportunity to crack it anymore. So now their guaranteed turn 3 Tron is now very far away from turn 3 Tron because they can no longer crack their map or hope to use another map off the top, and just gives them dead draws. So, yeah, Revoker very strong. Also, yeah, Walking Ballista, I don't know if I mentioned, it's really, really important against that. Ballista is one of the main ways they can try to shut us down. If even they only cast it for X equals 2, like, that's usually not bad. However, Revoker on it, yeah, like, they don't really have a chance. And the same thing, like, Oblivion Stone is another thing they can cast without Tron. So, if you can just keep them off of Tron and then use Revoker to like name the Ballista and the O-Stone, there's not very much that Tron can do against it. So this card is very powerful against that deck. It's also very good against like some of the control decks if you name stuff like Teferi or Jace with it. It's another card that like now you're forcing them to have to use their removal in this instead of our Lords, which is very good. Always want to divert the attention away from the Lords if possible. Yeah, and it's solid against a lot of other decks. You can bring it in against like Jund, just like name Liliana or something with it. That's fine. There's a ton of places. Even against the Bridgevine deck, you could like name Altar of Dementia or Carrion Feeder with it, and that's gonna really hurt their ability to go off. So if they don't have a way to sacrifice their creatures, then they don't get to make use of the bridge from below that much. So, yeah, the Revoker is very strong, and he ran 4 of them in his list, and we're going to try all 4 and see how it goes. Other than that, we just got the usual suspects here. And 7 counterspell seems fine. Force of Negation is going to let us be more aggressive, and I like that we can, still play Revoker and hold up a counterspell at the same time that we play Revoker, so if we just play Revoker and pass, like, there's no way that they're just going to, like, top deck Detention Sphere for it or something like that, because we can still protect it if we need to. So, I think that this list has got some power to it, and, the Relic is probably the spiciest thing with what he did with it, but I mean, even the worst case scenario, a Relic in the main deck will still, almost every deck uses their graveyard in some way, so it's still kind of a minor speed bump, but it cycles itself, so it's not totally useless. It even against a deck like Jund, like, it turns off the Scavenging Ooze and Tarmogoyf abilities for a while. Makes it harder for them to get value, like a Pyromancer. Same thing, it turns off like Lingering Souls and makes it hard that they can't get value out of like Seasoned Pyromancer or Bedlam Reveler. There's just, yeah, a lot of decks, even against Snapcaster Mage, if you can crack Relic in response to a Snapcaster, that's fine. I think that's totally legitimate. Yeah, rarely is this ever going to be like a stone cold dud, but so the floor on it is pretty high, but the ceiling on it's also pretty amazing too. And one of the other cool things is that it's a 1-drop. So one of the things that our deck struggles with a lot is we don't have a lot of good 1-drops to put in. So this brings us up to a total of 10 between the Vile Relic and Biomancer. So it helps keep the curve of the deck a lot better too. Because then you can go like 1-drop, 2-drop, and then in turn 3 you can still play like 2-drop and maybe another 1-drop. That's always an option. So I like it. I think that Relic will be fine. I can see why this list would have done good. You just gotta, be kind of lucky and pull good matchups. But yeah, this looks like a reasonably powerful list, and I'm excited to try it out. So that is enough of me blabbering on. Let's go and actually put this list to the test, see if we can replicate success with it. Please tell me I just joined the league with the correct list. View deck. Please, please, please open the right one. Alright, yeah, we did. Because I totally forgot to even just check to make sure that it was the same one. But, we got it. We're good. I think that it just puts whatever the last decade it was that you were looking at in your collection. So that's a plus. So, well, yeah, let's get into our match. Alright. See how it goes. Okay, there we go. We didn't have to wait too long. That's good. No, no, no. Get back here. Alright, well, we lost a die roll. Well, that's whatever. BJ Collins, huh? I was just curious to see, like, who's on the leaderboard here. The trophies. Alright. This hand, I think... Oh, I think we have to keep it. Right? Yeah, this is fine. We have lands and spells that do things. Mountain, alright. Goblin Guide. So it looks like maybe burn. And if that's the case, then the Spreading Seas hopefully will be good. Maybe we can lock them out of casting enough spells until we get Master of Waves online. If we're really lucky, we'll draw Force of Negation. So I think we're looking for them to play like... Oh, okay. So that's fine. If they don't play another land, then we can Spreading Seas them, and he's totally going to die. Spreading Seas on top. Okay. Sick. I guess we're going to hold back Biomancer because we'll just block Firebrand with it. Alright, we really want to draw lands now. Nope, we're not attacking. We just got to protect our life total and hope that Spreading Seas on the only mountain they have is good. If they draw another land, we can block, or we can Spreading Seas it too. Sick! We're so good at this game. Alright. So I think here we're going to play Biomancer and hold up Trickster. I'm actually fine with this attack at this point. And if we're lucky, we just top deck a land and just Master of Waves them to death. Alright. Yeah. If he attacks with Legion Loyalist, I'm definitely going to Merfolk Trickster that thing. Otherwise, I will just put Goblin Guide out. Alright, well, we're definitely playing Master of Waves now. So, the tokens can't block. That's fine. We're going to try to trade the Trickster with the Goblin Guide. Well, he saw us play, or we saw us draw this, so this is fine. Alright, he might just concede against Master of Waves, because at this point he's not going to come back from this. And I mean, next turn we might just play Spreading Seas plus Thassa, and that will still be just way more than enough. Alright, oh, that's even better. Yeah, get in there. Legion Loyalist is not attacking into Master Waves. Alright, well, we might just double Spreading Seas him now. Fuck it. Searing Blaze me, please. Oh, Burning Tree, okay. Oh, he's alright, so this is an interesting build. So what are you gonna do? You gonna, like, play another Burning Tree? Okay, well, I guess. I'm totally cool with trading tokens with those things at some point. That's fine. So this looks like it's maybe a mono-red Bushwhacker deck. Oh, it might actually be a Goblin deck. Alright. So, what do I do here? I'm gonna take 3, 6, 8, 9 damage, but I'm gonna double Spreading Seas him, so that's fine. I guess we're just hoping it doesn't draw, like, Grenade. Oh, no, not that one. So I think what I'm going to do here is I will attack with 2 of the elementals. Yeah, that seems safe. Just in case he plays like another Legion Loyalist somehow. Because we can still block 2 things. Like, there's no way he's attacking into this. I don't think he can cast anything. Like, why? Why would you do this? No, 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 no. You're not attacking. Come on. You and I both know that this attack is suicide. Alright. That's fine. You're, like, so dead, though. I don't see how this is a winning line. Alright, so I guess here we're just going to play Lord of Atlantis Master of Waves. Come on, that has to be a concession. You can't beat this. There is no draw for your deck that's going to come back against this. Alright, there we go. So, interesting. Against this deck, how do we want to do this? Well, the Relic is not going to be helpful. The Spreading Seas is typically not that good. We don't really have a lot of good cards to bring in, though. I guess Echoing Truth is fine. I mean, the rest of these are okay. We could bring in Deprive. I haven't seen him play stuff, but I assume he has stuff like bolts and grenades and maybe like Searing Blood or Searing Blaze. So the Force of Negation is probably fine. Question is, do we want Deprive? We probably do. Maybe like Thassa's not where we want to be for this. And we'll take out one Spreading Seas. We'll just bring in the Deprives. Alright, we'll do it like this, I think. Because we really want to be able to counter like Bushwhacker if possible. This hand is awful. We're definitely mulliganing this. Oh, come on! Sure, I guess. Alright. Well, we lose game 2 because Magic the Gathering Online just does not want us to have a chance. So this looks like it's probably some Goblins deck. We can't actually play this Biomancer first, or otherwise we don't get to play Silvergill Adept. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. No, we're fucked. We're not winning this game. So I guess we have to just play Trickster if he attacks with the Loyalist, right? Well, no, well, we need to, like, discourage him from attacking. Now I can see, you know, network just cut out for a second. Alright, come on. I hate RCN so much. Like, the first year that I had their internet, it was fine, but, like, now all of a sudden it's just terrible. Yeah, Goblins is not an easy match, especially if they play something like Pile Driver. We're going to tap down Goblin Guide because the other ones can't actually do anything. Yeah, you can bolt it, that's fine. It's a bolt that's not going to our face, and then we're also not taking damage off of that, so... Alright. That doesn't particularly help very much. I guess we're just going to cast Silvergill. And play Biomancer, but this is not a winning line because, like, we're still going to take, like, at least 4 damage off of this, probably. No, I'm definitely siding out the other 2 Spreading Seas now that we have a more complete, like, look at this deck, I think. It looks like mono red goblins. Alright. You're gonna play like Bushwhacker and just kill me this turn, that's fine. So maybe Force of Negation's not as good, but they probably do have Goblin Grenade, so maybe we need that still. They get First Strike and Trample, so like chump blocking doesn't really do anything. I think we're just taking 5 damage and hoping that we don't die. No. And is this grenade? Is that what's going on? Alright, we die. It's fine. Well, Magic Online just decided that we weren't winning this game anyway, because we had to mold a 5 and keep a fucking 4 land hand, so, you know, it is what it is. Alright. So, Spreading Seas, I don't really believe in you then, so maybe Thassa's a little bit... Actually, they don't really have a lot of activated abilities, but Hmm. I guess we could bring in like one Phyrexian Revoker or like one Dismember. I don't like playing Dismember against this deck though. It's just so bad. I'm going to bring in one Phyrexian Revoker because it does like block at least. Alright. Alright, come on. Give us a like a keepable hand. I guess this is a keepable hand. We can hopefully curve into Master of Waves and we'll be bueno. Alright. So the question is, are we going to play a Fishy in turn 1, or are we going to hold up Deprive? Why did you not attack? Interesting. Alright, well, this, I think, incentivizes us. We didn't draw a land, so we kind of need to keep draw lands into Master, so we need to draw the card now. And then theoretically, we'll try to block. But he did miss an attack, so we're kind of lucky in that regard. And we wouldn't have drawn a card off of it because we got the Silvergill anyway. I think he just F6 through his turn, so that... Unfortunate for our opponent, but take whatever we can get. That's fine, actually. And if we have the chance, we will try to block this guide, but I suspect, yeah, it's going to eat Bolt. Again, that's okay, because Bolt's not going to our face. Trickster on top. Trickster is fine, but I still think... He left up one... Alright, well, we'll play Mutavault, and we'll pass. We'll use Trickster... I'm kind of inclined to let the Goblin Guide attack so we have a chance at... Well, if the land's on top of our deck, we're going to draw it for the turn anyway. Yeah, I would much rather try to Trickster this thing down so it doesn't attack. Because yeah, if we have the land on top, we will get to cast Master of Waves anyway. Sick. So we have some time, so I think what I'll do is I'll play Silvergill, hold up Deprive. Or we might, maybe we play Lord of Atlantis, I don't know. That's tough. We drew another Lord, so what could he possibly have? You know what, I'm just going to hold back. I think this is okay. I'm curious to see if he has a removal spell, and I'm willing to try to bait it out. Sure. That's okay. We are not going to let that happen. I'm not giving him an attack that big. I will trade Silvergill with the guide if necessary. Force of Negation is pretty good. So I guess in that case, we can play Lord and attack if we want. Or the Legion Loyalist makes the Master of Waves a little bit less good, but maybe we should stop getting greedy and just play it before things go really far south. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Alright. Alright, well, because of the... I think we're okay. He's only got 3 cards in hand, so I don't think there's any way we die. I think that he's just dead. It looks like he's probably flooding out this game, so... With Master of Waves on board, yeah, he just 5th land in a row. That does not bode well for him. What the fuck are you casting for 5? A Siege Gang Commander, I bet? That's actually likely. Devastating Summons. Okay, well, opponent, you just lost, so good game, opponent. You just sacrificed 4 lands and you did not get to resolve your stupid spell. Alright, sick. Well, we beat the mono red goblins deck. Devastating Summit, that would have made two 8/8s. Even that wouldn't have been that good. I don't know. The Legion Loyalist could have maybe made it a problem, though, because the tokens wouldn't have been able to block it, so... He could have maybe come back, but, like, I guess we didn't need Force of Negation, but it definitely helped a lot. Because if we just put 2 Lords in play, then we can... Or even just... Yeah, we can block with Mutavault. Because playing a Lord and then animating the Mutavault makes it a 5/5. I think that's alright. Even the first strike doesn't matter. Yeah, Force of Negation, though, that was pretty sick. We got to counter his, like, big scary spell, and it didn't do anything. He flooded out, and then we just punished him for it. And we got lucky in Game 1 with the Spreading Seas plan. That was a thing. And, you know, Game 2 was just kind of a non-game. Alright. So far, this list is looking pretty good. I like it so far. Alright. Let's see. This hand is kind of slow. We're on the play. I guess we got to keep it. It can cast spells. I mean, it has Trickster to slow things down. We got, you know, card draw, so I guess it's not super amazing, but, you know, this is the kind of average hand that we just have to keep sometimes. Our opponent decided, it took them a little while to decide, so maybe their opening hand is not super strong. Marsh Flats, that doesn't bode well for us. Alright, looks like maybe this is Mardu Pyromancer. Oh, no, this is Bridgevine. Okay. Well, that's really bad, because that means he's almost definitely going to be able to... Jesus. Alright, let's start casting Silvergills. Maybe we can reveal, like, Force of Negation. Or we can draw it. Master's not terrible. But we really need, like, Force, because we can't... If he plays, like, Altar of Dementia, then we're in a lot of trouble. Yeah, Altar of Dementia, that's the one. Start milling our deck out. That sucks, because he's going to get Hogak online. Alright, so, question is, what do we do here? I guess, yeah, if we attack, he's just going to block. We could play Lord. I don't think Lord really helps us. It's going to be so bad if he has, like, Bridge. Alright, I think we're going to go on the Silvergill plan, and if we draw maybe a 1-drop, that will be relevant. Or Force of Negation, maybe. It's a little bit late for Force, though, to be honest. Like, the Altar's already here. Alright, let's see what we can draw. Mutavault. Do we play Mutavault here? I don't think so, because there's still a chance we might want to go, like, Silvergill plus one of these dummies next turn. Alright. Attacking doesn't really do anything for us here. It only helps him. Alright, well, we have some really good sideboard plans for this deck. That's about all I can say for it. There's a good chance that we're just going to go with Master of Waves and hope that's enough to hold him off. It does have Trample, unfortunately. He has Vengevine in the graveyard and Faithless Looting. Alright. He didn't hit a bridge, though. That's relevant. But he did hit Gravecrawler, so Vengevine's going to be online. This means that maybe we are going to need Lord of Atlantis. Master only makes 3 tokens right now. That's probably not enough. I don't know. Trickster or Lord might be appropriate. So we can go 1, 2. Yeah, he does have enough to, like, cast this from his graveyard, and I think he's going to. So I think then we're probably Silvergill into Trickster is what's going to happen. But he can just sacrifice this and mill 8 cards, and oh fuck. Well, we might just be dying right now. Do you have a land? Because if you have a land with the Bloodghast, like... he doesn't. He might actually not need it. I think he can just sack Bridgevine, right, and get more tokens. We don't even have a way to put a creature in the graveyard to get rid of the stupid bridge at the moment. So I think he probably should just sack the Bridgevine. If he attacks, we're definitely blocking it, so we can kill our creature and get rid of the bridge. All right. I think that we're gonna die now. It looks like there's no way we can come back. I think it probably has enough to get there at this point, so yeah, you can cast Togak, mill 8 more cards. Welcome to turn 3 in Modern. Don't worry. Turn 3 is when you should expect the average Modern game to end. I wonder how long it's going to take Wizards of the Coast to admit that Modern is not a turn 4 format anymore. It's really just not. Like, I don't know. These decks like approach legacy levels of stupid as far as like combo goes. Alright, well, let's let them have fun. I mean, I sincerely doubt this deck is going to be around for a very long time. I think that something out of it probably gets banned eventually, but we'll see. I don't think London's going to help with this at all, because it's... I mean, it is another Faithless Looting deck where... and you're just playing entirely just stupid broken shit out of the graveyard, and that's the kind of deck that benefits from London mulliganing, so I expect that it will do even better then. But that's not till Core 2020, so we got like, what, a month or two? No, it's not even 2, I think it's just like 1 month from now. Alright. Let's pretend that there's a chance we can win this game. He's got like multiple bridges, and I just want to see how dumb he can possibly make this turn. I'm interested. Like, show me how much power you can put into play in turn 3. Because I believe that I'm dead. Because you can... Do you even... You have enough power to just, like, kill me right now. What is it? 2, 4... So, what? This is 7? No, there's 10. So, that's 20, 40... yeah, I think you can just mill me out now. Alright, that's fine. We lost on turn 3. Well, this would have been a good time to see Relic, but on the plus side, we were going to bring in some hate stuff. Revoker actually seems pretty good because we can name Alter with it. And I don't know if we need Echoing Truth. Spreading Seas, you are terrible. Thassa is terrible, and I think Master Waves is probably not where we want to be. Force of Negation is fine. Don't know about Deprive. Echoing Truth is probably okay. We have 24 creatures in our deck right now. Our curve also stops at 2, so we could reasonably take out 1 land. It's possible that, you know, Mutavault, we could take that out and go on 19, but the other thing with combo decks is I really want to hit 2 lands against combo decks. That's just a thing. Let me take out 2 Tricksters and bring in like 2 Deprives. I think Deprive is fine. I don't know if Echoing Truth is that good. Maybe Deprive is better than it. Alright, you know what? We'll do it like this. See, that's got to be reasonably close. This hand is fine. We have Relic and we have stuff. We'll keep it. We'll go Vial and hold up Relic. Just gotta very aggressively crack this Relic once, because Hogak can be cast really, really quickly, actually. I wonder what his hand was that it took him so long to keep it last time. Force of Negation would be okay here. Sure. Yep. Take this up. Yes. Let's play Grove and play Relic. We will use Relic on him. We're not playing another Vial just yet. So that's alright. I think we still got some time. If he blows up Relic, then I will just crack it in response to get rid of this guy. There's also a chance we might crack Grove and just try to go for more creatures. Sure. Yep. Shit. So if he sacks this supplier... Alright, I think we're getting to be at really dangerous levels here. Well, I think we waited too long. Yeah, that's happening. That we probably should have cracked Relic there, but it's a little bit too late now. Yeah. That's helpful. Let's at least get rid of this thing now. And there's a good chance we're going to crack Grove next turn. We might actually be cracking Grove on our turn. Yeah, Gravecrawler, Vengevine, and Faithless Looting. That's probably worth it right now. Alright. Just put as much power on the board as we can. We'll tap this down with Merfolk Trickster. So we can get 3 more cards in the... fuck. Yeah. This is not good. I think that we are going to die. So because of that, I think we need to... How do we do this? I think we just gotta hit, like, Carrion Feeder right now. I don't know. I don't think there's a good way to do this. Like, he just fucking had it, and we did not have enough to stop him. This is why I think this deck is gonna get banned, because they can still, like, win, like, through a Relic, like, on turn 3, or... Even, like, this deck has won through, like, multiple, you know, through, like, Relic plus Tormod's Crypt and like, or beating like turn 2. I don't know. There's not a good way to do this. Like, he's just gonna attack with this thing and then sacrifice it. The only good news is that he can't actually, if he sacks it, he can't cast it again this turn. We are not ticking this up anymore. What do we want here? Always no to this. That's a little bit too late. That's not going to help our cause at the moment. Alright, well, can we even race this? Like, I don't think we can. Let's see, if we put a Lord in play, like, oh, this is just so terrible. He's just threatening to attack us for like 1,000,000 damage. Is there any way that we can win if we don't attack, though? That's the problem, like... I don't know, like... I don't think so. I think that we're attacking. Attack for 7, and then maybe just hope that can kill him somehow next turn. I don't have a good plan as to how that's going to happen. I mean, we're almost definitely we have to block Carrion Feeder. I guess we have to hope that he doesn't have 3 good cards to mill. Yeah. The problem is, like, this has trample, so we don't have a good way to stop it. Fuck. Yeah, we have to block here or we're dead. Well, okay, those are not amazing, but I guess if we draw Merfolk Trickster, then maybe we have a chance. We can Trickster this down and block this. That is not the one that we needed. We're gonna lose, and there's nothing we can do about it. So no, I can't even attack him. It'd only deal 7, he'd go to 5, and then this Benthic Biomancer is not enough. That's so frustrating. Like, how do we win? This deck is just stupid. Alright. Well, I guess then that means we just have to play Benthic Biomancer and pass. We're definitely not winning this game, though. I think maybe I could have cracked Relic before the Stitcher Supplier let him cast this, but to be honest, if he had like Alter, like, I'm not even sure that mattered. That would have likely only stopped him for a turn. Damn it. Alright, this is going to trade off our entire board. There's no way to catch up to either. All right, that's fine. We're dead. Like, whatever. You got it, man. Like, Jesus Christ, that deck is stupid. I don't know. Like, I think that we have a reasonable matchup against it, but so somebody was like posting on the Reddit about it, like 79% win rate with that thing, and that's like through all the decks that are already like main decking graveyard hate. That is insane. There is no way that that is healthy. My God, I don't understand how Wizards like print something like Hogak and Altar of Dementia in the same set and just doesn't think that it's a problem for Modern, but then they're like, at the same time, oh, we can't put Counterspell in this set because that would just ruin it. I don't understand. That doesn't make sense to me. You mulligan to 6. I don't know. I guess we're going to keep. This is not... mulligan to 4, so maybe Relic is going to get there. Or no, to 5. Alright, well, this is if it's Tron or Dredge, we have a chance. Alright. Well, I guess we're going with Aether Vial. We're just hoping for the best. This might be Bridgevine again. Oh, this is just regular Dredge. Neat. Alright, well, the Relic is going to be good at least. I just don't know if it's going to matter. Because we don't have another land to play with it. I guess we just have to play it now. He'll have one turn to do things unopposed. Yep. I mean, even if we eat lands out of his graveyard, that's still okay. I don't think they main deck Artifact Disruption, so... I don't know, maybe they're playing shenanigans in the main deck, that's possible, but I doubt it. Yeah, the Shriekhorns are going to make it hard to play with the Relic, but at least it's something. Well, that is helpful. It does mean that we can... play Aether Vial. Well, actually, we might want to discard Vial to this Adapt. All right, let's just do this now. Let's just attack for 1. They have a kind of a slow start, but we missed a land drop, but we're still fine. I think the Relic makes up for missing a land drop. Can put Silvergill in play at the end step. Jeez. Alright. Can we beat, like, Narcomoeba and Creeping Chill? I think that's okay. If he responds to it with, like, another Shriekhorn, then it would be worth it, but... No, he didn't get any value off the Narcomoeba, like, bringing Prized Amalgam back. He still doesn't have any Dredgers, so that's a good sign. Sure. Alright. Yeah. Still no Dredgers. Alright. He's not going to use the other one. Sure. Alright, now it's our time to shine. We're going to eat 3 of their creatures. That's okay. And they only have 1 activation of Shriekhorn left, too, so that helps. Let's try to draw some more lands. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Now we can counter Cathartic Reunion if we need to. Let's see. I guess right now we want to draw more lands, so... Jesus. Alright, I could just Trickster this thing down for 1 turn. I can probably pitch a Spreading Seas. If I wait till his turn, though, I can get in for 5 instead. I mean, what happens? Do we, like, I kind of want to be able to use this Biomancer with one of these Adepts. You know what? Let's just be aggressive. They're in a not as good of a spot right now, so that's fine. We might just draw Lord, so... And this way we can then Spreading Seas his land next turn. Okay, so we're kind of hoping that he plays like Cathartic Reunion. Alright, no, that's total duds. Alright, he's not dredging at all this game. So he just conceded. He didn't have any dredgers or any ways to get dredges in the graveyard, so good, excellent. So there you saw, Relic stole game 1 against him. That was really strong. Let's see. Against Dredge, Thassa is probably not that good. Master is okay, but not amazing. Actually, I think Trickster is the thing we cut. Force of Negation's fine. I don't think I want Deprive, especially not in the draw. I'll just bring in Echoing Truth. That's fine. And then we have our 6 pieces of Graveyard Hate. The Master of Waves is fine because it helps us play around Conflagrate more. So they can't kill Master, and then it makes it really hard for them to kill the tokens. Spreading Seas is actually fine because it lets us attack like with Island Walk Through. We only have 20 creatures, but you know what? That's just going to have to be like that. I think we can get there. Force of Negation. Okay, so if he... Yeah, this is okay, I think. We're going to keep. We have 2 lands. I'm totally okay with... if he plays Faithless Looting, then I will just counter it. Yeah, fuck that shit. I think in this case, we're going to get rid of Lord of Atlantis. I'm not letting him get his Dredge engine online that easily. We drew another Lord anyway, so it's fine. Okay, good. Excellent. I'm not just going to F6 because I want him to think maybe I have another force. So he just drew another looting anyway, so... But that's okay, because it made that like wasted an entire turn for him. He didn't play another land, though, so... He might not have another land. I don't know. It's risky, because he did just draw 2 cards, but... we drew a relic too, so if we can live long enough, like, I mean, if he stumbles on lands for 1 turn, then this relic should be able to win. But if he finds a land this turn, then we're in trouble. Yeah, he did. Alright. Well, that's terrible. We're not in, like, that big a shit just yet. Yeah. And because he doesn't have a graveyard right now, if he wants to waste something killing Relic, I'm actually okay with it this turn. Okay. Yeah, especially if he has Dark Blast, then we really need to get the Masters online. Well, sure, you can have a Narcomoeba, but that's not amazing. We'll take 5. This lets us play Master. I think we can win this race. You can't Conflagrate yet anyway, so that's actually helpful. So then next turn we can attack for 8, and then he's dead. And I think it'll take him more than 2 turns to kill us. I'm fine with letting him Dredge, because we can still crack Relic in response if he finds anything worthwhile. There's a good chance I will. Dredging 5 does not particularly help him right now. Okay. He just actually drew a card, right? He didn't Dredge for his turn, he just drew. So, Narcomoeba Bloodghast. It is a fetch land, so we can't actually stop him from getting the Bloodghast back. I guess if we... Yeah, cracking Relic right now doesn't really do anything. If we block with Master, he still has the Dark Blast, so we can kill it, so we're just going to take 5. So end step, I think we just crack Relic here. Just so he can't Dredge next turn, and there's no chance of Creeping Chills ruining us. Okay, so options are I can go Master Waves, and then there's like almost no way that he can kill us. Yeah, I think I like that plan. So he's going to have to kill both of these before Dark Blast can touch that, and he does not have a good way of doing it. The tokens will be enough to keep us from dying. I think we should be good. I don't know how he turns this around. It seems like it'd be very hard. Alright, well, Lightning Axe is still not even enough. So I have a hard time imagining what his plan could possibly be. Yeah, Dark Blast, Dredge, back Dark Blast, I don't know if that's actually good enough. How does that help you? Like, I guess you just need it to Dredge 3? Maybe you're just hoping that you can find enough Creeping Chills to kill me? So I guess if you Dredge 3 Creeping Chills, then Narcomoeba kills me. So yeah, that was his only line, and he did not get there. So, cool, we beat Dredge, and the Relic in the main deck definitely helped. That's fine. So far, so good. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, on the draw. This hand is a little awkward with the 2 Groves, but Vial's going to help it a little bit, so we're going to keep. Almost hit the wrong button. That would have been bad. I don't want to mulligan this hand. I think this is fine, because we go Vial to Biomancer plus a 2-drop. I mean, it's going to hurt us a little bit, but so be it. Looks like we're up against blue-white control. Which we need to play the land first. Okay, excellent. So we probably will go with Silvergill first, I'm guessing. Force of negation is where we usually want to be. See, our opponent wished us good luck. I always like when our opponents are nice and they interact with us. Okay, so this is good. So he's not going to be able to counter a spell this turn. So, that actually might change our mind here. So what are the odds he has like Detention Sphere or something? We might end up throwing this vial away. I think we still hold to the plan. We will cast Silvergill Adept, and we will show him Merfolk Trickster. Ah, that's beautiful. All right, so we might throw Trickster away to that. And then at the end of his turn, we will violin Benthic Biomancer, and then we can put in Lord next turn. Hopefully draw a land so that we can keep Force active. Detention Sphere, I don't really want that to be a thing just yet. What is he going to name? Like, probably Aether Vial. And if he names Aether Vial, we can just play another one, can't we? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to let this resolve. No matter what, yeah, he's going to take Vial, so we'll use it first. We can play another Vial then. That's fine. He's basically just wasted it. Especially if we draw a land, then we can play like Lord and Vial in the same turn and still hold up Force on his turn. So this is good. I like this. Ah, beautiful. See? Never did we not have it. Alright, blue, blue. Alright, and we still have the Trickster that he knows about, which we will pitch to Force if he plays like Jace or something. Any Planeswalker is worth countering, or Terminus. We're just hoping to dodge Supreme Verdict. That's the bad one. But I don't think this deck usually plays that many Supreme Verdicts in it, so might be having a hard... I don't know if he even has a fourth land, so there is a possibility that we might just roll over him with what's on board right now. We should be able to safely attack with Lord of Atlantis, because if he plays Snapcaster, we can just Trickster it down. And that gets us in our 7 damage. Alright, so he does have a land, so I guess he's just trying to decide what he wants to play this turn. So what do you got? It's a fairy. Well, we have to force that. There is no way that we do not counter that. So we should be pretty safe to attack here. Island. That's fine. I think we might... So what is the correct way to do this? I think we want to draw a card off of Grove, and then probably play Island and... Or do we play the Island first? I don't want to play the Island first just in case we draw Mutavault, so we're gonna... We'll draw a card off of this. Alright, see, actually now, I don't know if we want to adapt this anymore. I think instead we're just going to try to kill him before he can do anything. Just kill him dead. Hope he can't hardcast Terminus next turn. So he has to have like Supreme Verdict, which will take his entire turn to cast. Or he's just straight up dead. Alright, what's it gonna be? This looks to me like it's probably gonna be opt and just hope to hit Terminus on top. Draw step. 4, alright. Oh, it's gonna be a Cryptic Command. Yeah, okay, so he's gonna Cryptic tap us down. Yeah, and there's no way that we can play around the Cryptic right now. So, I mean, we could try to draw a card, but it doesn't really help us. Sure. So here, I think, again, we're in the same spot where we want to play Grove and draw the card first, and then we might adapt. Spreading Seas. We can either adapt Biomancer or play Spreading Seas. Either way just kind of gives us a free card, so I guess this way maybe that'll turn off the chances of Supreme Verdict. And it still gives us a chance to draw a force. Alright. And I mean, at this point, even if he casts Terminus, we can still put him to 1 and potentially top deck Lord and kill him. Alright, he had nothing. Alright, cool. No Terminus. So, Phyrexian Revoker seems like it'll be very good against this deck. So what do we want? Relic is not that good. Problem is a lot of the cards in this deck are very good against control. I don't know how... I don't want to bring in too many counterspells because Teferi is still a thing. Alright, let's see. Yeah, okay, let's consult the Discord and see if we can get an answer within, like, a minute. I think that I do want Phyrexian Revoker against this deck, because Revoker can turn off their Planeswalkers. We can take out one land, I think, so we can take out the island. That's fine. Because this is a Path to Exile deck. I don't know how many Spreading Seas I really want here. I mean, I could take out like 2 Spreading Seas maybe for 2 Deprives. Master is okay. You know what? Maybe we'll just do it like this. Trickster and Harbinger. Okay, you know what? Okay, well then... What else? What do we want here out of the Revoker? Revoker's fine. Deprive's fine. People say they don't like Trickster as much versus this deck. We can bring in probably Master Waves back. I like. I don't know. I don't want to have too many Spreading Seas versus them, but we have Thassa. Maybe we do one. All right, we'll take out Trickster. We'll try taking out Trickster and do it like this. All right, cool. This is not super amazing. I think if he mulligans, I might think about mulliganing. Ooh, all right. It's rough because we have Deprive, but I don't know. I guess we have to keep it. It's not. I mean, this is one of those like very mediocre hands. Like we don't have Vial or like anything to do on turn 1. But yeah, this might just be fine if we can just curve into something. All right, he mulled to 5, so that's a good sign. All right, I might just play Silvergill and then get in and hold up Deprive for a little while. The only thing I'm worried about is Teferi, so maybe we should take a turn off just to... I don't know, if he misses land drops, that's also terrible for him too. And then at 5 cards, there's a high chance that might happen. I don't know, there's a lot of risk involved. It's a matter of, if he misses a land drop here, then we definitely are playing Silvergill Adept. He did not. So does he have Teferi? You know what, even if he does, like, that's not that good. Alright, well, we will show him Lord of Atlantis. I mean, I guess we could have showed Master Waves, because we can't actually... We're not casting that anytime soon. Alright, don't play Teferi, because I think I would like to just hold up Deprive for a little bit. Alright, so Teferi's offline for this turn, that's okay. We're going to play kind of patiently here. So I will declare attacks. Alright. Play a Grove. If he plays a Jace, or if he plays a Planeswalker, we're definitely countering it. I'm not 100% sure that I like my sideboarding choices here, but I guess we're going to live with it. I normally like Trickster, but I got a recommendation at the last second that maybe Trickster's not as good. I just like being able to cast things at instant speed, so... Alright, well, we are definitely countering this. Hoping that he doesn't have, like, Spell Snare for it. Does not. Good. So he probably just drew it. Or, well, he probably had it in his hand, but he didn't have the land. He had to opt for the land, so... Alright. So here, we'll just play Lord and get in for 3. A path is acceptable to me. We'll start throwing away these groves soon. I don't know if I might not deploy too many creatures to the board at the moment. I don't want him to get value. Wrath of God, sure. Alright. So here we will play just 2 Lords, right? The next turn we can go Mutavault, Master of Waves. Alright, Verdict is fine. Thassa is actually very strong. So here, we can actually play Thassa and Mutavault and then crack Waterlogged Grove for a card. I think I like that plan. Because Thassa is going to help us really grind him out. Because now our top decks are going to be better than his. So we're at 5. So yeah, there's no way that we can play Master and hold up Force next turn, so I think we are cracking Grove. Detention Sphere, I was going to eat Thassa, that's fine. However, so he did that. Maybe now we actually want to keep Master. Hopefully he doesn't have a Logic Knot. Yeah, okay, well, so that way we can attack with Mutavault. Oh, he has Blast Zone too. That's actually unfortunate. We can get rid of Blast Zone though. Alright, let's play Master. Do you have Logic Knot? Alright, sure, you countered Master. So, now that you're tapped out, I have to hit this. Oops, nope, no, cancel. Because if I don't hit that, then he can just tick it up to 2 and then threaten to blow it up anyway. Alright. So he has 1 card in hand, but he also is at the point where Colonnade can start attacking us. So we need a better clock than him. So we'll crack Grove, hopefully try to draw a Lord. Attack in with Mutavault. If we draw another Spreading Seas for this, that would be fantastic. Unfortunately, we cannot name the Colonnade with this, so... Alright. Let's try to draw a card first. Aether Vial is not terribly good right now. So, Revoker is just kind of a shot in the dark. Alright, let's attack with Mutavault and see what happens. This might eat Path. Okay, so we can't name we can't name Colonnade with it. So I guess maybe Jace the Mind Sculptor is the best bet. And we could play Vial right now. Vial doesn't do a whole lot. Thing is, the Colonnade right now is a 3-turn clock. Does it matter? I think, you know what, maybe we can safely play it. Alright, sure. Now, it does mean we're not tapping this for mana anymore. We can attack, so he's on a 3-turn clock. Sure. That's not going to help us. Alright, so that's fine. He brought in Stony. That only hits Vial. So now he cannot attack with the Colonnade because we have a faster clock than he does. Sure. I guess we're going to cast Silvergill Adept. I'm not going to crack the waterlogged groves because I'd have to go to 12 to do it, and I think 12 matters a lot right now. That's helpful. I'm just hoping he didn't draw a path or something, and I'm assuming that he didn't. He probably would have played it already if he did. I could be wrong. Alright. He does not have it, which means he is dead next turn. And it means we can probably crack this grove at his end step because he either wipes our board or he's dead. This is a really close one. Alright, what did you draw? Anything. Snapcaster can wipe the board. That's unfortunate, but we could put him to 3 then. Playing a land is not a sign of strength right now. I'm still gonna be patient with this. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. So our opponent is just straight dead now. Because now we have Force of Negation up. Alright, we win. Oh no, oh yeah, that's right, he does have Field of Ruin, so I forgot that he played that. That's fine. Sure. Well, we are still probably winning anyway. He's gonna go to 2. And we have Force of Negation for like anything that he plays. If I had attacked with these two, he could have blocked. He would have only. No, I should have attacked with those two. Because, yeah, he would have had to block, activate Colonnade, and block, and then he's still dead. So that's my fault. I should have attacked with everything. It's a little bit patient, but I think even with that, like, we still have Force up, so I don't think there's anything you can realistically do about it. We will crack this for a card. We will crack this with it for a card. Alright. Alright. This time we are definitely attacking with everything. Sure. You're still dead. Alright, well, we won. Good games, opponent. Alright, well, yeah, we just got to stomp blue-white control, so that was pretty good. Join match. Alright, so this league's been going pretty fast. I think we're only like an hour and a half in. Maybe, I don't even know if we're that far out. This is a fine hand. We're on the draw, but this is still okay. He mulligan, so decks that mulligan are decks that where Force is usually really good, because that's usually, that means they're playing something where countering their turn 1 play is very important. I might just pitch a Force to a Force. Planes. That's not a good sign. So what's playing basic planes? This could be a Druid deck. Maybe Vizier. Nope, this is blue-white control again. Sick. So Force is going to be very good. Wall of Omens, sure. Which means we do not want to pitch creatures if we don't have to, but again, the forces are still relevant. We will play our Lord. Master will probably be the first thing that gets pitched, but I really want to play Thassa. Then I want to go Mutavault Thassa and still hold up Force of Negation. I mean, it wasn't necessary that I guess I didn't have to play that turn, but it helps the chances of us carving out better. No. I will get rid of Master of Waves. Hope that we draw another blue card. Alright. I guess we're going to put the shields down for a turn. Hope that he doesn't have a good answer to this. Alright. Let's skill test our opponent and see if he knows what Island Walk does. This doesn't give itself Island Walk, but a lot of people don't know that. They just assume that it gives it Island Walk and don't block. Do you know what this card does? That's my question. Come on, I believe in you. Just make the block. Show me that you know what you're doing. I have such high hopes for you, opponent. You can do it. Just click the little Wall of Omens on the Master. Show me that you're good at Magic cards. This isn't a trick. This is just skill testing you to see if you know what your cards do. Because if not, I'll take 2 free damage. I'm okay with that. He didn't block! Oh, shit! Right? Yeah. Or no, you didn't block? Why? Why did you not block? Come on, I'm tapped out. You had every opportunity to do that. Alright, you know what? I'll wait. I'm not gonna get distracted from this right now. Alright, so our opponent does not know that this thing doesn't have or does not give itself Island Walk. He doesn't even have an island in play, so I don't know why he wouldn't have blocked. I'm just trying to see if you know that this card is capable of blocking this, and apparently not. I'm curious what you thought you were doing, so if we don't draw another blue card, I think I'm probably just going to keep Force of Negation up. Field of Ruin on Mutavault seems very likely. You gonna just do it now? Sure. That's fine. You can path this if you want. I'm okay with that. I mean, I guess I really don't want you to path it, but... Interesting. I'm going to let you do that. Because I really think I need this force for something better. We'll put this in the bottom. That's fine. I'm going to hold up force for this turn. He has 3 cards in hand, and if one of them's like Teferi or Jace, I really want to be able to counter that. 3 mana negate is still a negate against this deck. Like, negate's a good card against control, and I'm not sad to have one. So if you tap out for Jace, I'm certainly countering it. Or even Narset, I'm going to I will counter that too. That's acceptable. Alright. Okay. So where does this put us? Actually, that's fine, I think. Because that'll put us at 3 devotion. I'm okay with drawing this. Because I can cast it, hold on to the island, and then cycle it next turn. He didn't draw another land, so I guess yeah, I'm just going to draw that card. So we'll play Ben first. I'm not playing the island because I probably want to adapt it next turn. We get this out and make 3 tokens. Just hoping that he doesn't have, like, Teferi this turn. No more Planeswalkers. Come on. Just play more dinks like this thing. Alright. Well, that's Jace. Yeah, we can still kill Jace. That's okay. Yep, that means he's probably going to put Terminus on top. So if we draw Lord, I'm not going to play it. Honestly, I would really love to draw another Force of Negation, but we've already played 2, so that's kind of... Yeah, playing another Force is really asking a lot. We're going to kill Jace, though. This also looks like maybe he has Path to Exile for Master Waves, and that would be unfortunate. Okay, scry one. What do we got? Lord of Atlantis. So let me think about this. I'm not actually sure that we want that. Well, no, it's fine, because we can still cycle Benthic Biomancer. I don't want to play Lord this turn. Alright, I'm going to put it on the bottom and hope for the best. We just got another one anyway, so that's fine. Alright. Attack Jace, attack Jace, attack Jace, attack Jace, and attack opponent. Actually, I should have... No, I needed... No, I should have sent one of these at them. I don't know why you're blocking that. No, I'm passing priority. I will only deal 1 damage to you. I don't want to adapt this right away. If I adapt it right away, then I don't have the chance to dig for force. This way, even if you do Terminus the board, next turn I can play Lord, maybe play whatever creature if I find one off of this, and I get to scry too, so there's a very good chance Thassa might just wake up next turn. Interesting, okay. Then I guess I am going to adapt this now. Because there's no way that we're not pitching this island, so... Oh, that's beautiful. So next turn we might just look for islands and then play these two. But I find it incredibly likely that Terminus is going to hit the board. He does finally have an island on board, so Island Walk is active. He didn't cast Terminus, that's surprising. Well, if he didn't cast Terminus, then I'm not really inclined to... He could have settled the wreckage, that's possible. Trickster is fine, actually. I will put it on top. But I'm just gonna hang on to cards right now. Alright, so just in case that for whatever reason maybe he does alright, so maybe Cryptic is what's gonna happen. And if yeah, you can Cryptic, I'm okay with that. No? No, it's gotta be Cryptic Command. Come on. Don't play me. Cryptic modes are gonna be tap draw. Alright, cool. No need to attack. However, if he does tap out, what I will do is I'll play Trickster and then Lord next turn, and I'll wake up Thassa and get in with Trickster and Thassa both unblockably. 3 cards, okay. See, he doesn't have it yet. Okay. I mean, it's gas. But it's not really what I need right now. That's actually fine, because that can help us put things into play at his end step. Let's attack with these. He wants to settle the wreckage. He's going to give us a ton of mana, so then we won't need this, I guess. I don't know if he has settled, though. I don't want to deploy more things just yet. Snapcaster Path. So I will... He's going to Path, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make Benthic unblockable. So he's going to Path Master, but he's not going to be able to block Benthic Biomancer. And then I can play Vile and Lord, probably. Yep. Sure. Can't block it. Does not have Cryptic up at the moment. He might have Logic Knot, though, so it could be worth waiting a few turns for this Lord. Let's see if he counters Vile. If he has Logic Knot, he'd surely counter this thing first. He hasn't just F6 through the turn, so it seems like maybe he does have it. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of what I thought was going to happen here. So then the Lord can resolve just fine. Force of Negation. Oh, sick. Alright. Cool. Well, then that gives us free reign to just cast this guy. Alright. This match is going to be a long one. We're ahead on the clock by about 3 minutes, though. Well, like 2.5, really, but... That's good. That means that if this game goes for a long time, like, we have better... The longer it goes, like, we still have really good chances to win, because Thassa's going to grind us out a ton of value. If he ever wakes up Colonnade to try to block, he's not going to be able to do so. And here, I don't think... Yeah, I'm not blocking, so... And you know that you're not blocking, so this attack makes sense. You only have 1 card in hand. So that is tempting, because now... I just don't want to walk into Terminus, though. Alright, Scry. What do we got? Bottom that. Vile. So I could play Merfolk Trickster, tap this down, and then attack with Thassa if he animates Colonnade. He has one card in hand. I don't want it to be Path to Exile, so I could attack for 5, or I could attack for 10. I think leaving Thassa as a creature is just a smarter plan, though. Alright. Because we're going to win this race. Thassa wakes up when I want her to wake up. If he taps down my guys, I can just play like Aether Vial. That's totally okay. Hold up Trickster. It looks like Cryptic is going to happen. Ooh, that makes sense. You do not have any more paths in your graveyard, though. So it's going to be tap, bounce. Alright, that's fine. So here is an option. I could actually flash in Trickster and get in with Thassa still if I wanted to. Because it's going to be hard to get through damage, but he's definitely going to Snapcaster Cryptic next turn. So that's fine. He's got Snap in hand. I'm not worried about it. Means that actually might be a good trick for next turn once he does Snapcaster in that. This is getting tight. But we still have gas. Like, I just don't want to walk this into Path to Exile so badly. So we drew Island, so we know he still has Snapcaster in hand. I definitely want that on top. And we're definitely ticking up Vial. I guess he's just got to debate whether he wants to do it now or later. So I guess... see if he lets us attack. Sure. I think we can afford to be patient. I'm willing to just play Lord of Atlantis this turn and not get in with Thassa. Oh no, I can't play Lord if I want her not to be a creature. So he's still got to play Cryptic first. Yeah, alright. No, we're not playing creatures. We're just going to take it nice and easy. He's got no cards in hand, so if he just top decks lands for like 1 or 2 turns, then... oh, he's going to keep looping this, like, because he's still got 1 more Cryptic in the graveyard. That's fine. You know what? That takes his entire turn to do that, so... he can do that trick 1 more time. Because there's still 1 Cryptic here. So... but he needs 6 mana to do that, so that means that it's hard for him to do anything other than that. Meanwhile, we are just accruing cards while he's just basically trying to live. And now we can put things into play at instant speed with that. Bottom. Alright. We're just drawing more gas. Oh my god, so much gas. Alright, let's go to attacks. Do your thing. Yep. You get 1 more. If we can find another force, then I will commit to an attack. Sure. I'll commit to sending in Thassa once I know I can protect it from a path. Otherwise, this is fine. We can easily win this game like this. But I gotta play a little bit faster because our time advantage is starting to wear down. Sure. Your turn. You can, if you Supreme Verdict, then that's also basically just begging to die. Blast Zone is a pain in the ass. You could crack it on 1. But he doesn't have a thing anymore. So because he doesn't... I think I'm willing to try to just kill him now because I want to do it before Blast Zone is a problem. He could crack it now. That's totally acceptable, but I'm going to put, I think, this Lord of Atlantis in play. And also probably Trickster. Yeah, that's fine. And since we're doing this, we may as well just go all the way with it. And hope that he did not draw another Cryptic. Alright, what do we got? Let's go on the bottom. Okay. Can we declare an attack? Do you have another Cryptic command? He might have found Path. That's entirely possible. Maybe he's going to Snapcaster opt and just hope for Terminus. Because yeah, if he doesn't find Terminus, then I think he's just lost. So that looks like the line he's going with. So if we can dodge Terminus off the top just one time. But if he doesn't, oh fuck, it looks like maybe he's found it. All right, no, he didn't cast it yet. Okay, dodge it one time. All right, it looks like we probably get there. They could have found Path to Exile. But, like, he's still taking 10 damage at least. Alright. I'm hoping this is enough. Presently, we're representing 15 damage, so... Cryptic offline. We're just worried about Path to Exile. He did not cast a Terminus, so... I think it really just is Path at this point. Gonna Path that. It's gonna take 11? Sure. Okay. What was your other card? Because if you try to, like, Path a Lord now, I can still just cast a Trickster and then this still gets in. What's your plan? I feel it was a mistake. Like, you could have taken 10. Because now a Trickster can just kill you at any point. Unless you're just hoping to rip Terminus this turn. But even if you do that, like, Trickster's still gonna kill you. Alright. We win! So, that was a long game. Alright, so he has Blast Zone in his deck, so maybe Spreading Seas is going to be a little bit better than Trickster, but I don't know, this is really close. Fuck. Alright. So, Relic, we're going to take that out. Guess we'll take out maybe like one Spreading Seas and at least one Trickster. We do want Phyrexian Revoker. And we do want Deprive. We'll take out an island. Gotta take out 2 more cards. Trickster was fine there. I think I want to keep some Spreading Seas. I guess we'll get rid of Tricksters. Would I rather... The other consideration, though, is that they might be bringing in something like Lyra, so maybe Trickster is fine to keep. I might want just 1. No, but if they have Blast Zone, then maybe Spreading Seas is more important. There's a lot of good targets this can hit, and I'm okay with that. Trickster is fine, but it's not, like, mandatory. I mean, Master of Waves is also fine, but it's not mandatory either. But if we're keeping in Seas, that makes Master better, and it also plays around Blast Zone more. This is a harder card to resolve, though. But it's also one of those cards where if you just, like, cast it, you can just win the game. I think that this is probably correct the way we did this. This hand is fine. I think that we're going to have a good game with this. We've got Force and Deprive, and then some Island Walkers with Mutavault. I think we're set. We'll keep. I probably will just hold up Deprive in turn 3, or I'm sorry, his turn 3 or turn 2. Nope, nothing. Alright. Actually, Silvergill's free to cast here. I think this is fine, because he doesn't have white mana. And he doesn't have a graveyard, I should say. That's a good card. Cool. We'd really like Aether Vial, though. That would help. But so far, so good. This going according to plan. We will force Teferi if we have to. Narset. What did I reveal? Master the Pearl Trident. Yeah, I'm gonna counter Narset. That card acts like a dig through time for them, and I'm not interested in letting them do that. So we'll play Mutavault because it's likely next turn we'll play Oboro and attack with Silvergill and Mutavault and hold up Deprive. Alright. Alright, well, Mutavault's not attacking. Fuck that. Alright, Mutavault is definitely attacking now. We're not letting you just Jace. That fixes his hand too much. Alright, so we will play Island, since he knows about that. Attack for 4. Gotta get the value out of this while we still can. Because he's certainly going to feel to ruin it at some point. I'm pleased with the way this league has been going for us, so that is nice. If he plays Teferi, then we are definitely playing Revoker. Alright, no Teferi. So, oh, that's actually beautiful. Alright, well, animate Mutavault and attack. We can deprive Snapcaster or something like that. He might just feel to ruin this, and I'm okay with that. No, it looks like he's just going to kill that. That's okay. get the lands out of our deck so our future top decks are stronger. And he's going to take 2, I think. Deal. We played a land, so pass. So now we have protection against Teferi. This is good because we can also now safely play Lord of Atlantis. Let's play... Yeah, we'll play Lord first. If he wants to, like, counter it, I think I'll let him counter it if he wants to. I'll just play Waterlogged Grove and pass. Yeah, again, we're going to play patiently. I'm not going to give him a chance to untap and resolve a card advantage engine. Sure, that's fine. No. Okay, we'll play Oboro, and we're good here. So is that 10? 4 cards in hand to our 4 cards. I think our 4 cards are great. I am happy to see all of them. It seems incredibly likely we're going to be cracking this Waterlogged Grove for a card, so it may as well just say Cycle 1. Yep. They're just playing lands. They don't have Colonnade in play, so I'm not super concerned. Alright. So here's where the plan might change. So we have 5 lands. We will play... We'll play Master, see if he wants to counter it, if we can bait out a Cryptic command so that we can try to get Thassa in play. I'm willing to put the shields down maybe for 1 turn. Well, no, actually, I will probably wait 1 turn still, but I want to eat the cards from his hand first so that he's not going to have counters left for Thassa, because that's going to ride us into victory in the late game. I think we can afford to still be patient and just play Deprive. Alright, cool. In that case, I will play Waterlogged Grove now. Give him extra consideration here. We can just crack it at the end of his turn. Sure, you can Snapcaster for an opt. I'm okay with that. You're not blocking Silvergill Adept, so why not? That does mean that you're running out of cards. So Snapcaster is not going to Logic Knot against Thassa anymore. If you do use Path, I probably have to counter it, though. So no Terminus. That's good. Alright. I do like the fact that Revoker does not force us to like activate Thassa, which in this matchup, Thassa is much better as not being a creature than being a creature most of the time. Because if we can keep countering their card advantage engines, I think that we have a very good chance of winning. Terminus. No, we definitely deprive that. So now we can definitely play Thassa and definitely get in with for 5 damage. Because we can play land. Yeah, so let's crack Grove for a card. Well, that's okay. Ooh, actually, that's 5-7. No, I think we win. Sick. Never did we not have it. And we win. Alright, cool. That was very fun. I enjoyed that a lot. So, Yeah, the only deck that we lost against was Bridgevine, and like they had the what is it, Hogak into Alter, I think turn 3 both games. I mean, I think that we probably could have done a little better. I think I timed the one relic not great, but I'm not like super confident in that matchup if they have their really good hands. I think that it's a very high variance matchup that I think is just it's rough. You need to have like a good hand versus them. An average hand probably isn't going to do it. But overall, I was really pleased. So what? We beat Dredge. We beat the control deck twice, and fuck, what was the other one? I totally forgot now. Yeah, I just we beat the Goblins deck. That was cool. Well, it was mono. It was like the mono red 8 whack deck. So it's sort of like Goblins, but at the same time, it's like a different version of it. So I don't want to confuse it because there is an actual Goblins tribal deck floating around. That I think we played against it last time. This one was like the 8 whack version, so we were able to beat that. Master of Waves helped a lot. Yeah, I think this list is insanely powerful. We didn't get to see Phyrexian Revoker be super amazing, but it definitely was. It was helpful because it's always an emergency out in case your opponent manages to resolve like Teferi or something. You can just name the Teferi with it. And again, if we ever have to play against Tron, then Revoker is going to be very good. So I like the card. I think that it's worth being in the sideboard, and so I think this list was great. I can see how Joe was able to get a 5-0 with it. I think that this is probably something we'll play again on Wednesday. I don't know if I really want to make too many changes to it. The only he did choose to cut the Manamo to play an 11th basic island, and the Manamo can sometimes untap Thassa, but like he mentioned that he thought that the 11th islands was probably more important than or to play around like Field of Ruin than having the Manamo potentially untap Thassa, which I kind of agree with that. Especially like we now have 4 waterlogged groves to help us play around choke, so we're not as dependent on Manamo on the main deck anymore. The Oboro can still stay because it has synergy with Benthic Biomancer, and also now all of our non-Mutavault like non-basics, we can actually play around Field of Ruin with them. If they ever try to like hit them, then we can just crack like the waterlogs for a card or just bounce this back to our hand. So Field of Ruin is like actually terrible against our deck now. One of the things that I really do like about this though is with Force of Negation, Mutavault is a lot more playable in the main deck. I know I've complained a lot about this card in the past, but I do think that because Force of Negation has a cost that we can pay where it doesn't require double blue on turn 2, that makes this card way better. Deprive is fine in the sideboard because we're usually going to bring this in against matches where we need lots of counterspells and the game is probably likely to go long, and we're going to be relying on more than just the Deprive. The part of the problem was before in the main deck when you have Deprive in the main instead of Force of Negation, like that is all you have for the first game. So if you're like praying for a Deprive to get there, you have nothing else to rely on until you find that second blue. Whereas now we also have, like when we're boarding it in, we'll have 7 counterspells, so there's a very good chance that we'll have something like Force of Negation to tide us over until we find the second blue for Deprive if we're having trouble with that. And yeah, because we don't need to have the 2 blue to cast Force, that makes me a lot more excited to see Mutavault back in the deck. Because, I mean, Mutavault is, a lot of times, it has better synergy with our deck because it's an elemental for Master and it is a Merfolk for this, so it gets Island Walk and it gets a lot bigger than Fairy Conclave. I don't think that we've seen the last of Conclave, though. I think that there are still metas where Conclave could come back, but in this particular deck, I think Force of Negation definitely pushes Mutavault back up to the top, for me at least. I was very happy to see it, and I'm glad that we are playing it now. Because, like, even, like, the Lords, you can still put them into play with File. It's just the problem is, like, if you're playing a double blue spell like Deprive or Wizard's Retort, you can't Vial that in, and if you're stuck on Mutavaults, then there's no way that you can operate your game plan with those cards. But I am super, super stoked about Force in this deck. This makes this play so much more like Legacy, and it lets us be so much more aggressive on our curve. I mean, we're basically just playing like Master of Waves instead of True Name Nemesis. And yeah, we don't play Chalice in this version, but we do play Spreading Seas, which a lot of times acts similarly against a lot of the decks, where you can lock people out of the game with Spreading Seas by just like screwing with their mana. So I mean, we're still following the basic game plan of the Legacy build pretty similarly now. But yeah, and I intend to be playing Force of Negation in the Legacy build too. I think I'm going to replace 2 of the negates in the sideboard with this, because this is just way better. But yeah, I'll definitely be discussing that when we play our next Legacy League. I don't know. We're definitely playing on Wednesday, but I don't know if I will have a video on Sunday or not. I still have to figure out when I can do that, because this Sunday I will be playing Team Trios. I am going to be the Legacy player for our team, and I will be playing my foily Merfolk deck. So I'm hoping that that goes pretty well. Saturday is Too Many Games. It's a retro video game convention, and I will be going there. So kind of tight for time this weekend, but I will see if I can find some. If not like this weekend, then I'll maybe Monday night I can try to record something instead. So it may not be exactly on Sunday, but I will try to make sure that we'll have something around that time, since being able to record this at my own schedule instead of like having to live stream it has definitely makes it easier to plan around for my personal life. So I enjoy that aspect a lot. I just really miss the part where people can either support me or criticize me in the chat as I'm playing. So, feel free to like post comments and tell me if I screwed something up, because I certainly don't play perfectly all the time. A lot of times I'm just relaxing and I'm not like super focused on this. It's hard to be in that tournament mode all the time, but yeah, it's something that you kind of have to learn how to do after a while, and I get sloppy sometimes, and I just like don't think about what I'm doing and make mistakes. And I mean, we saw it. Like because I chose not to crack the relic at that time I did against Bridgevine, we did let them cast the Hogak, and that definitely did not turn out well. I mean, it's like I still think it's incredibly likely that they could have gotten there anyway, but we could have at least bought ourselves another turn or two. But that's what happens if you don't if you don't play tight and pay attention, then those kind of games can just slip away from you, and it sucks. But yeah, it is what it is. So I think going 4-1 was pretty good. I'm excited. Joe's list will be I hope that Joe's list is going to get published in the next 5-0 dump. So yeah, I think we'll be seeing more of this. I think more people might be inclined to pick this up if they're seeing results with it. And that's excellent. Thassa, we saw, was incredibly good against the control deck. Just like absolutely crushing them, giving our lords unblockable so Snapcaster cannot blow them out. Getting through the Wall of Omens was great. Scrying gas to the top every turn. That was just like nut crushing against that deck. We can just use our counter spells on their card advantage engines with like their Teferis and the Narsets and the Jaces. But yeah, once they don't have card advantage engines online, then we can just like easily just kill them in card quality with Thassa. So she was incredibly strong, and I'm happy to have her as part of the deck at the moment. I think that she's really good against control and any sort of deck that's like looking to grind out the game into the long game. So all right, I think that's all I got for right now. I know I've kind of rambled on for a while. Yeah, I don't promote often, but I probably should do this more. Please, 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 if you enjoy watching me play this, just like the stream, comment. I read all of that stuff, so I enjoy it. It makes me feel good. Yeah, that's all I got. So everybody, take it easy. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Later.